What's up, YouTube? I am here on my Discord with my favorite people, and we are going to be calling Realtors live. Check all these people out. These are my favorite people, and we're going to be calling Realtors live, and we're going to be hitting them with lowball cash offers to see if we can get some deals, buy some deals, or maybe wholesale some deals. So, Kylie, my star wholesaler here, who has, I think, 3 deals already in like 2 weeks. And then Chris, her husband, who just joined, he has a deal that he just got today. We're going to start by calling one of her properties, and then we're going to call some other properties. You're going to see how I cold call realtors, how I talk to them, how I try to get good deals, and how do I set myself up for pocket listings. Pocket listings are the best types of deals. Wow, Kylie, this thing is beautiful.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I love this. And we started on time today, too. On time late. This is perfect. So, wow. Okay. There's not a window in sight. Okay, cool. So, just off the top of my head, this property is in Fort Worth. If you guys don't know where Fort Worth is, I will zoom out for you. I am here in Plano, Garland. I just gave you guys my location. And here is Fort Worth. So, nice. This is a good market. We wholesale a lot of deals there. This property, Kylie, it's 1,400 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 baths. What do you think rehab is on something like this? You had to just
Well,
guess.
secretly, Skylar and I have already talked about this
I
one.
love it. Well, what is your secret number on this?
So we were talking more teardown than
Mm-hmm.
rehab on
Did
this one.
did the property catch fire?
Yes, it did.
It looks like it's fire damage. Investor
Yeah.
special. All right. They usually say investor special or handyman special. Oh, I love it. And by the way, if you guys need keywords to use when trying to filter out properties, go to, I believe it is the buy box section. And then right here are the best keywords: as is, investor, updates, needed, fixer, upper. Put those keywords into like realtor.com or Zillow. And yeah, you'll pull up the best, ugliest properties. So that's a little trick. But anyways, you're thinking it's a teardown?
Yeah, we priced it at land value.
Okay. So how did you price it at land value? What did you do on this one?
We pulled up, sold land around that area and
Mm-hmm.
kind of more so guesstimated because there's not really the greatest comps for this area.
Okay. Now, is there new construction around here?
There were a couple, but not like super close. They were definitely a little bit
Is it?
further away.
This is the house, right? That was before it caught fire.
It
Wow.
it has to be because that looks so nice.
Yeah, so there's your house before it caught fire, and there's your neighborhood. It's actually a pretty nice neighborhood. So, a one way to comp land is to look for other land in the neighborhood that's sold and just get the price, or you can get new construction. This one, I don't know if that's new construction. We can try to find new construction, and then from there work backwards to see what the land value is. So, there's your new construction right there.
Mhm.
So we could see what something like this sold for, and then subtract building costs. This is probably $125 a square foot to build here, and then subtract about $75,000 for builder's profit, and that will give us the land value. So we could run that if we want. So that's another way of doing it. But let's start by calling the realtor. That's always the most fun. Now, do we have a number here?
Yeah, that number works. I tried calling earlier and they forwarded my phone call.
Now, is this the realtor's number directly or the broker's?
Yes, because I ended up texting him asking if they can give me a call, and it was blue iPhone.
So something y'all may know is that Zillow sometimes gives you the broker's number, sometimes gives you the realtor's number, sometimes gives you no numbers. It's a bit hit or miss. Uh, as a licensed realtor, I get access to all phone numbers if I use MLS. You guys are going to have a little bit of a hit or miss situation. So I'm going to try to struggle with you and use the hit or miss. And if it gets too brutal, I'll use MLS. So let's call. You can see I don't put a lot of
Your
preparation in.
call has been forwarded to an automated.
Rip. Let's see if there's a different phone number on MLS. But what I was trying to say is I don't put a lot of preparation into each phone call. I just jump on the phone and call. I feel like a lot of new people, they spend 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes getting ready, trying to look at all the numbers and prepare for a phone call. Just jump in. Kylie, Chris, when you guys are calling on market deals, you guys are locking in deals right and left. What's your preparation time on each call? Like, how long does it take you to actually call the realtor once you find a property?
I mean, not gonna lie. I mean, we do look around the area to
Mm-hmm.
even see if it's like something to go after. I know everything can, be worked or whatever, but we probably spend maybe 5 or 10
Okay,
minutes in
okay.
there just kind of like looking around real quick, and then we'll call and get all the information.
So I was throwing shade. All right. Well, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I was saying, I feel like a lot of our like knowledge of the property when that comes from comping, then just kind of building the numbers there, and
Mm,
then like looking at the specific details of the house.
okay. So there's not one right way to do it. I think there is a wrong way to do it, which is to take 30 minutes and then call and they don't answer. You're never going to get a deal that way. I go in blind, but I'm a little bit of a maniac. I'll just call a whole list of numbers and not even look at a property and just guess my way through it. But I'm the same person who just like never prepared for speeches or anything. I just go up there and wing it. You're probably better off doing that middle ground, which is spending 5-10 minutes comping a property, get a pretty good understanding of what the value is, and then jumping in on a call and already sort of having a number in mind. So that's probably the best advice. Sometimes don't listen to my advice because I can be reckless. But it is good practice. You want to get to the point where you can just pull a number from here and just call a realtor and then just wing it because that means like you're confident and you know the game well enough. But don't do that when you're starting. That's fine. So let's try to find a number using MLS. Y'all are getting sneak peek into what a realtor's secret software looks like. And I still don't know how to use it. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out today. Results.
What does Pace call it when you like um
Analysis paralysis.
oh dude, that.
Yep,
I had that when
that.
I very first started.
And that's what I'm trying to prevent you from saying from doing. And
Yeah.
analysis paralysis is the best thing. I mean, it's such an accurate representation of what really happens. I had that too when I started. Isn't it crazy that just sort of disappears? Like, are you still nervous to jump on phones and call realtors, Kylie?
No, not like I was in the beginning.
It's
Definitely not.
it's crazy. It just somehow just vanishes. Like
Yeah.
now, it's just like it's weird if I'm not doing it. It's like I feel like I need it. It's like a drug. I need to talk to some realtors and have them yell at me a little bit every day. It's crazy how your mindset changes. So with MLS, we can get some different phone numbers. Ooh, is this a different one? See, this is why we love MLS. What property is this? It's this property.
Your call has been forwarded to
Mm.
voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, my name is Max Deer. I'm a realtor and I was calling about your property at 1245 East Allen Avenue. I also have a fund and we're looking at this as maybe a potential land play. I want to talk to you more about the property and see if it's salvageable or if it just makes more sense to comp this as a land deal. Would love to talk to you more about this. Feel free to call me back at this number or shoot me a text. And also wanted to see if you have any other deals just like this. We love to buy in this area. So thank you so much. Do I always leave voicemails? No. But if you are leaving a voicemail, that's more or less what you want to say. And then you would text is the most efficient thing. So always text them. You're going to get most of your responses from text. I mean, I'm a realtor, so I try to just think what I do. And if someone calls me, I'm not going to answer probably. And then if someone leaves you a voicemail, I'm never going to look at it. But if someone texts me, I will respond. And also, you might be surprised if you're having a hard time getting hold of these people, Facebook DM them. You have their name, just DM them on Facebook. Realtors live on
I,
Facebook.
I have done that. I have done that.
There you go. There you go. It works. So, you know what? Should we shoot them a text? Let's shoot them a text. We have their number here. Hi. I mean, I don't know what you guys write, but it's just pretty normal. Hi. My name. I use the realtor card always. And I am a realtor, but you can just say I'm an investor or a buyer or whatever you want to say. Sometimes it's funny. Some realtors love investors, other realtors hate investors. It just depends on the realtor. For this type of property, if you're a realtor that hates investors, well, you're in the wrong business because there's not going to be any buyers who are going to buy this as a primary residence. It's only going to be investors. So here you could be confident you can lead with investor. But when you're calling like nice properties, sometimes like 600-700 grand or turnkey, when I was doing sub two and seller finance, wholesaling, a lot of times they don't want to work with investors. They want to work with primary residence buyers. These properties, say you're an investor, realtor, and I am calling about the property at, I just copy paste the address. I don't know. Do you guys have any special things you say? Um, Sometimes I give them FOMO, like I'm interested in writing an offer ASAP. Like, whoa, FOMO. There you go. Sick. All right. Now he wants to call back. We're going to write an offer. So there you go. That was it. Cool. Do you guys have another property you want me to call? Or how would we do this property? So let's say we do get on a call with him and we determine it's not worth fixing up. Hard to say if this property is worth saving or not. It got burnt pretty bad. Some people may want some fix and flippers who are used to fire damage and they've done a ton of it during the remediation business. They may not care. I don't know enough about that to say. So, looking at it from a land plate is potential. If you had to fix this property up, I mean, what are you talking? Maybe 60 grand in rehab. It's hard to estimate exactly. So, what's ARV on this, Kylie? Do you know?
I was just trying to look in my message to see if we got to ARV.
And if we don't, that's okay. We can just use rough examples, but just so you guys know, we got to do a lot of this math. So calculator, let's just say
Oh yeah, I
ARV
did
is
not.
what, 220, maybe 240. I don't know this area well enough. Let's just say we can squeeze a 240,000. We fix it up. We made it HGTV beautiful. Then we would say, okay, let's offer 0.7 times that. And then you would subtract your $60,000 for repairs. And this would be our offer, 108,000, which is pretty close to what they're asking. It's just, is it salvageable? That's the question. If it's not salvageable, you could look for properties around here. So it's actually a good example. We should do it. And then we'll start cold calling more realtors. We can look for properties around here just like this. And we can either see what land sold for around there, but oftentimes it's hard to find a piece of land that's sold. It's tough to find those comps. So what you would prefer to do is find new construction in the area. Oh, well, that was easy. There's a new construction. And it's in the area. It's 4 doors down. It's that one I showed you on the whatever, the walk. There you go. That's brand ass new construction. And this is that cheap ass construction. If you live in a house like this, I'm not meaning to insult you, but these houses, I don't know if they'll even be standing in 20 years. Okay, that's actually not brand new construction. That's 2019. So what you would want to do is, so when did it resell? All these homes look the same. Days on market, 3 days. Preferably, you'd want to find a new construction like a 2024 and see what a 2024 construction sold for. And then from there, work backwards to see what the land is worth. So a 2019 construction is going to be worth less than a 2024 construction. But let's just say that new construction is 240, selling for 240, and it's 1,300 square feet. So what we would do, you know what? We need the journal for this one, guys. We need the journal for this. Unfortunately, I still lost my pen. I think my dog grabbed it and is eating it. So we're gonna try to type this out. If my writing's not legible, I apologize profusely. Grab our Yield notepad, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, okay, we know that new construction is selling for about 240,000. But wait, that is new construction. That is 1,300 square feet. Okay, cool. So why does that matter? That's 1,300 square feet. What we're gonna do is say, hey, in that type of shit house, that costs about $125 a square foot to build. Okay, cool. In your area, maybe a little bit different. So then now we want to do the square feet, not a dollar sign. We want to do 1,300 times $125 a square foot. And that's going to give us the total building cost. So we'll quickly do the math here. Bear with me. I cannot do that in my head. Usually I can do calculations in my head. Not today. Tired. I have not had enough coffee. That's $162,500. Oh, that's actually pretty expensive. maybe we could build that for closer to $100 a square foot. But for the sake of this example, we'll run with it. And if we know it's 240, that leaves you about an 80K profit. That's actually $77,500 in profit, right? Well, wrong, because you need to factor in the land. The builder is going to have to at least make 50 grand on this minimum. They're not going to do this for less than 50 G's. They probably want at least closer to 75 to 100 G's. So let's just say that they're okay making 50 grand in profit, and that's profit. Oh no, my camera died. Well, anyways, I'll fix that in a second. Let's say they're okay making at least 50 grand in profit. That means that the land value is 27,500. Because you would just make the difference. So that would be my offer for the land. Now that seems really low. So probably cost to build is closer to 100. This would be 130, and maybe new construction's higher. But I don't know, Kylie. I don't think land out there is worth too much money. What did you guys get for land value roughly? Do you know?
Between 50 and 60,000.
Okay, so if you did $100 a square foot, is that what you guys ran with? $100 a square foot?
I think it was something around there.
Okay, so he's at $100 a square foot. Then our cost to build is $130,000. That leaves us with $110,000 in quote unquote profit. And then we could determine that the builder needs to make at least what, 75,000 would make sense to me. That would leave us with, I know this looks jumbo, guys, just trust me here. I said 110, that's 185. So that would leave you with 185, 15, 65,000 ish. So yeah, around maybe 50 ish would make sense. So
Yeah.
that's sort of roughly. You would have to do a little bit more math. That's more or less how you do it. I know that was confusing. I have some videos on my YouTube channel explaining it, but you get pretty comfortable with it the more you do it. And my camera died. That's awful. I don't know what's going on. We got to figure that out. Not the one you guys are looking at, the one for YouTube. So we got to see what's going on there. See if I can fix it real quick. If not, it's all good. Oh, and by the way, I'm clipping parts of these videos to put onto YouTube. So Samuel, my editor, clip that. All right, we're not going to rock a camera today. That's fine. We don't need no camera. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just get to. We're just going to have a big black thing on the screen. We're absolutely just going to have a big black thing on the screen. That's fine. I don't feel like fixing it now. All right, cool. Now next. Oh, should I use my backup camera? Nah, it's all good. Okay, it's all good. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I don't want to keep YouTube waiting. So, did you guys just want to call some properties? I'm going to take that as a yes. Do you guys have any properties you want me to call? Or you just want me to just start hitting up a list? All right, Gary's got one. Yes, I will call that one right now, Gary. All right, what do you want me to know about this property, Gary, that you're making me call? What should I know? What should I know that I'm getting into? Here's the property for everybody. Sorry, I get Facebook DMs all day long. So if I'm slow to answer your Facebook DMs, just please understand why. Okay, this property is again in Fort Worth. We're in Fort Worth. Looks about the same area, South Fort Worth. All these houses are old. Fort Worth has old homes. South Dallas and Fort Worth will have old homes. So in here, you'll get old ass homes. Down here, you'll get old ass homes. If you go up here, new homes. So just so you guys know how that works. All right. Do we like this property, Gary? Looks like a good potential property. Built in
Yeah, it was
1927.
sorry, it was just one that I saw when I was running over, and I saved it because I knew we were coming on this call. So I thought, well, okay, let's lap it up here.
Let's do it. All right. Okay. I see. You know how much time I'll put into a call? None. Again, should you guys be doing that? No, maybe you should spend some time comping and doing things. I'm just gonna call. Do we have a number here? Or should I put up on MLS? All right. I'll put on MLS. So let's get the number and let's call it. Let's rip it. Let's rip it. If you guys have numbers already, just throw them in the chat so we don't have to look them up every time. But I'll do it pretty quick.
Yeah, this is one of the houses that I couldn't find a number for. So
Okay.
hence the reason I want you to give it a call.
I got you. Don't even worry about it. Come on. I hate MLS so much. All right, come on, MLS. No. MLS, work with me here. There we go. Okay, let me call him. Let's go. All right, let me see what I'm. Then I usually during the ring is when I look at the house. All right, sounds good. 4.2, 1,500 square feet.
Yes, hello?
Hey, my name is Max Deer. I'm a realtor, and I was calling about your house on Allen Avenue.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going today?
Doing good?
All right, great. So you're staying busy on a Thursday?
Always. I'm actually here at that property that you just mentioned.
Oh, no way. Do I have another competitor looking at it?
Pretty much. I just got done with 2 appointments right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's getting quite a bit of action. I priced it higher because the seller was in the clouds, but I'm telling him that, it was a little bit high, and now he price dropped, so now I'm getting a ton of more appointments. What's the emergency license? Yeah.
Do you do a
But
lot
yeah,
of?
today
Sorry, go
it's
ahead.
on Super if you want to come check it out.
Yeah, we made us do that. Our offices are in Las Colinas, so not too far, and we do a lot of deals down in South Fort Worth. We have a fund, and we're trying to buy fix and holds, and something like this could work great. Do you do a lot of like distressed properties like this?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, I need to get your contact information because we're buying like crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I think we'll be your best
Yeah, no,
client.
for sure. Yeah, well, we definitely have opportunities for sure. I can also add you to my. I have like a private Facebook group where I usually post all the off-market deals.
Mm-hmm.
So I can maybe send you the invite to that, and you could always stay updated with anything we get. Because right now we have in 76105 we have a 3-package deal. It's their 3 properties next to each other. It's a 2-1.5, a 2-1, and then the third lot has like 3 little studios on it.
Well, yeah, I'm very interested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can you shoot me over the address on those as well?
Yeah, if you can send me your email, and I'll have my partner email them to you right now if you can.
Sure. Yeah, I'll text you my email right after this call. So sounds good. And then as far as this property, I'll have my analyst run some numbers, and if it seems like we're in the ballpark, we can come and walk it, and then present an offer. Those offers that you're getting, or now that you dropped the price, where are they roughly coming in at?
The highest one that I've gotten is 125.
Okay. And the seller was just like, no way with that offer.
Well, yeah, because that's essentially what he wants to walk away with, because he still has a little balance on it, and then he still has to pay buyer agent commission, my commission. I'm only charging him a little bit, but I mean, you know how it goes. Maybe if we save the commission on the 3% on the buyer side, you're saying you're the investor, so maybe you can help right there. So then that could
Absolutely.
maybe lower the price. Like, I don't know, just getting creative with it.
Creative is my middle name. I'd love to get creative with it. And just by chance, are you familiar with what subject 2 is?
Yeah.
Is that an
Yeah,
avenue that he's interested in or not? I'm just trying to figure out the best way to go about this.
yeah, and I already proposed that for myself, and
Okay.
that didn't go well.
You are a smart man trying to get your sub 2 deals. I love it. Does he have a low mortgage on this one? A low rate mortgage?
Yeah, very low. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you for trying on that. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
but look, can I finish? Can I finish up right now?
Yeah, go finish up. Yeah, sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. See ya. Okay. Ripped it. Easy. So we can run some numbers and see what we can offer on this one, guys. But you love it. If you just let the realtors talk, hey, I got 3 properties. I didn't even ask. Wait, was the agent quiet on that one, Kylie? Because to me, that was so loud. So could you guys not hear him?
The agent was soft, but we could hear him.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like a.
All right, on my end it was loud, so if you guys need me to raise the volume of the realtors, you let me know. I can bump up the volume in the settings. But yeah, guys, they if you guys let them do the talking and you come on friendly and strong, they do everything for you. So he has 3 properties he's going to send me. I need to text him. You know what? Before I forget, let me send him my information because I always end up forgetting, and then I just never do it. So there we go. We're going to shoot him a message. Be like, hey, thanks for the call. My name is Max with RFP Homes. So we can run some numbers on this one and see what we can do. By the way, I'm just trying to fix my screen right now. So my camera went absolute AWOL on me, my main camera. So YouTube's gonna be a little weird. So guys, just bear with me for 1 second while I fix this. So we're just gonna delete that, save that. All right, we're good. We're back at it. No looking at me today on the camera, guys. Only on this one. All right. Uh, so yeah, cool. Let's run some comps on this one and see if we can write up an offer. So and I love it. He told me what price that he got. I didn't even ask. I mean, I said roughly, and he gave me the exact offer. Just got to ask. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what happens when you can't get a number.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
frustrating.
Yeah, it's nice. So, are we allowed to say the part about having a fund of funds to build credibility? I wouldn't. I mean, I personally do. I never like to lie. Like I just personal life and then in work, I just don't lie or even stretch the truth. I'm a realtor. I have a fund. That's my play. If I wasn't a realtor and I didn't have a fund, I'd just be like, I'm an investor or I work with other investors. You can even say you work with a fund, right? You find deals for funds. But again, I'm not going to give you guys a moral lesson on this one. You guys say whatever you want, but just it makes me feel better if I'm just able to say what the truth is. Now, I'm not going to go into college and be like, "Hey, I'm a wholesaler. I'm going to wholesale this deal." No, because then you're just never going to even get the time of day with these people. So you just got to say you're an investor. And sometimes I say, a lot of times our pitch is, "Hey, we're a fund. I'm looking at this property for our fund," which is absolutely true. Because if the numbers work, I'll buy it. And it's probably the same thing with you guys. If the numbers work, you'd buy it or you'd find a way to buy a property if it was a good enough deal. But then I say, when I'm looking at the property, it's like, hey, I want to make sure I close on this deal. If the numbers don't work for me, I don't want to back out of escrow. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I'll probably have some of my VIP buyers come through the property, walk it with me. And if it works for them, then they'll just probably end up buying it. These VIP buyers, they're just investors in my fund, which again is all usually for the most part true. Right. So um, that's usually my pitch when I'm on the phones. But you guys just got to develop your own pitch that just works for you. And to me, that's the truth. And to you, hopefully, you guys are, saying what's true. So before I was a realtor or before I was or had a fund, it was just like, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I'm looking at this deal for myself, or it may work for one of my partners. Just wanted to learn a little bit more about it. So that's usually more or less what I say. Gotcha. So that was that. Let's run some numbers. Let's do it. So this is our address. Again, I like Street View. I don't know. I don't feel like enough people look at Street View. Oh, this house is blocked off on Street View. Interesting. So that will occasionally happen. You can actually contact, if you guys didn't know this, you can reach out to Google and say, hey, blur my house on Street View. But they don't do a good job oftentimes. So here you can see the house, and here you can't. Here you can see the house. Here you can't. Leave it to Google. But yeah, you can reach out to Google and tell them you want your privacy so they don't look at your house from Street View. Fun fact. So here's the house right here. These houses are all old. Some of them have been fixed up. This one's been fixed up. The other side of the street. It's a nice property, but what do you guys notice? This looks like a major street to me. So, you may have to ding the property value a little bit. And then the property next door looks a little bit like a shithole. So just know that. So anyways, I like getting an idea and a feel of where the property is and what I'm up against. So let's comp it quickly and see what we get. And if you guys also want to comp it while I'm doing it, please go ahead. It makes this more fun if more people are comping at the same time. So we'll plug the address in. So how do we comp? We know how to comp. Look for properties within half a mile. Look for properties that have preferably sold. If you don't have sold data, look for properties that are pending, so about to sell or active option contract. They're taking an offer on this property. So then you have a good gist of sort of where that price is at. We're gonna look at the map. Gives you half a mile circle. If you guys don't know how to use, or you guys don't have access to MLS, use PropWire. I always show you. I wish Jerry Norden would sponsor me or whoever owns PropWire, but they haven't yet reached out to me. So maybe one day they will. Here's our property. Let's look for similar properties. So what was our property? Our property was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. 4 bedrooms is actually a lot for this property. Surprising. Is it 2 full baths? That's also important. Are you talking 1.5 bath or are you talking full bath? This is a full bath, disgusting full bath, but a full bath. You guys don't know what a full bath means. It means there's a shower, a tub, and a toilet and a sink. Sometimes you'll just find a bathroom with just a toilet and not a sink. And I believe that's called a 3/4 bath. No, not 3/4. That makes no sense. What am I saying? A third bath? Quarter bath? You guys know what it's called when it's just one of the three? It's usually you usually only see half. No, you see half a bath and you see full bath, but there's another one. It's rare. But if there's like just a sink or like just one thing, they call it like a something. Anyways, but it's usually a half bath or a full bath. And a half bath is sink and toilet, no shower and tub. So, anyways, full baths are worth a lot more. And I can't tell if this is a full bath or not. So we'll see what the description is. All right, let's see what the description is. Let's see. Do they say 1 bed, 1 bath apartment? What? Oh, so guys, I don't know if you noticed, the house was weird. There's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment in the back. Now that it gets interesting. So I'm immediately thinking this is like buy and hold. You can find an investor who wants to buy and hold this property, and then they can fix up the front and fix up the back. Now they have rental income in the back. This is going to be fun to comp. Kylie, this is right up your alley. There's a buy and hold of 2 units. Ooh, that looks good. So the 1 bedroom, 1 bath in the back, maybe you can rent that out for $1,400 a month, something like that. And then you can rent the front out for $2,200 a month or something, right? So now you just increased your rental income 50%. So we can offer a lot more on this property now. I think this is what they're talking about, this piece of shit. There's no garages though. I think it's this piece of shit here. That's their 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, interesting. Let's see what we can do. Now it's the ultimate question. How do you comp something? Ooh, I love the curveballs. How do we comp something that's not just a house? It's like 2 houses. Ooh, it's almost like comping a duplex. It's almost like more comping multifamily. We almost want to comp for more of an income approach, saying, this is how much rent you'll get, maybe the 1% rule. That's sort of how I would go about it. You're getting ARV of 200K-ish. Okay, is that just for a regular house without the back suite? Curious. I would like to approach this one 2 different ways. I want to see what the front would rent for fixed up, what the back would rent for fixed up, and then multiply that by 100, and then that would give me roughly what I think it's worth. The other approach is just doing ARV and adding a little bit. Okay, so Gary's saying that he's saying that if we fix up the house, it'd be worth about 180,000, and if you fix up the back, he's saying, add a 10% premium, it's worth about 200,000. Not a bad guess. We'll see what Kylie says. She's typing up something, but yeah, we can look. So, anyways, 4 bedroom, 2 bath home, 1,500 square feet. Let's start there, and it's old. Shit's really old. 27. Damn, it's old. So we want to look for homes near there, preferably on the same side of the street. So on this half, preferably, you don't really want to cross major streets. I think this is all pretty much the same neighborhood, but you obviously don't want to cross this freeway. So if this house was right here, never look at homes over here, because across the freeway is just a whole different ball game. Let's see what Kylie wrote. I would go the 1% rule approach. Love it, Kylie. We're thinking the same. Rental could lock up property for a higher price that way. I love that approach. This is going to be such a great video. Samuel, my editor, you make sure to clip this whole section. Damn, I was supposed to be taking notes on time. I messed up. Sorry, Sam. You're going to have a lot of work. Anyways, let's see what... Let's start there. What would this property rent for? Let's do that first. So your rent zestimate, it's actually usually pretty accurate. As much as I hate to say that, the zestimates for rent are usually pretty fire. Do we have an approximation for what rent estimate is? I can never figure out where they put stuff on here. Okay, they're saying $2,000 a month. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to double check that, but that's interesting that they're saying that. So how would you guys run the rent estimate? Really easy. So we just gotta remember where the house is. Oh God. Okay, just what I like to do is just remember where the house is. So the house is, here's Fort Worth, you go down 35 West, and we're gonna hit Allen Street, and it's right here in Hillside, Morningside. All right, cool. Now we're gonna go here. Then we're gonna go for rent. Here's Fort Worth, down 35. This should be Allen Street, if my math is right. That is not Allen Street. There's Allen Street, Hillside. All right, it's right here. There's the house. Now, what is stuff renting for around there? All right, this house is renting for two. There's not that many properties for rent. So maybe the rental market's super hot. I don't know. I'm surprised there's not that many properties for rent. This is the hell is this thing? It's not showing me. Is this a house or a condo? Pet friendly, no breed. I think this is a house. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,000 square feet. Getting about $2,000. Okay. So ours is bigger. So ours should bring a little bit more than 2,000, hopefully. Not that many rent comps, making this a little tough. This is a pretty good comp, 1,500 square feet. Fixed up house. It's not showing me what the house looks like. The house is how old? Hi, Rihanna. Do we know the age of the house, everyone? If you see it, just start screaming at me. I don't think I'm seeing it. But I'm also blind. Anyways, I think this is a pretty good comp. So I think, as much as I hate to say it, guys, I think that Zestimate was pretty fire with their $2,000 estimate on rent. Zestimate on rent is freaking good, I've noticed. Freaking good. This is a good comp. So, anyways, now what are you guys saying in the chat? You got 1900. All right, 1750 is my guess. I'm actually going to lean more with you guys. So, if you have somebody renting behind you, you in the front are going to want a little bit less of a discount because you don't have that privacy, right? So, subtract 10%, let's just say. So, let's just say we're at $1,800 for the first property for rent. Cool? We're good with that, everybody? We're going to go for $1,800 for the front unit. Now, what's the back unit? We're not really getting any comps. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. How many square feet was that back unit? That back one was this is the wrong property. Sorry. I'm already losing track of the tabs, everybody. I do this every time. Oh no. Oh no, I'm doing it again. Hold on. Zillow. No. Realtor. Yes, there we go. So this back unit was 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It doesn't give us the square foot of the back unit. I'd have to call and ask. It looks super freaking small. I mean, this thing's ghetto as hell. I'm having a tough time understanding it, but let's just say that back unit rents for 1,000. What do you guys say? Is that fair? For a 1 bedroom, 1 bath little studio in the back. Do you think that's about right? That's the gut feeling I have. I rent bedrooms out to students for $1,000, so I feel like, but this mine's in a much nicer area. So yeah, $1,000. All right, we're running with it. Cool. Again, that's the nice part of just doing a neighborhood and an area nice and long enough is you just get a gut feeling for things. So our total rent is $2,800. So now I'm thinking if we do a 1% rule, we could sell this house for $280,000. How did I do that? I multiplied by 100. Or another rule of thumb, or another way to look at this is if you're walking down the street and you see a $400,000 house and it rents for $4,000, there is one thing you should do. This is not financial advice, but you should buy that house. Not financial advice. Buy it. Because that is a great rental property, especially if you're in an area with appreciation. If you're in the Appalachian Mountains, well, maybe that's not a good deal. Some blue people are going to come by your house and they're going to make moonshine in the backyard and your house is never going to appreciate. But if you're in an area like Los Angeles and you see that, you should buy that. Because guess what? You're never going to ever find that. That does not exist in LA. And that pretty much does not ever exist in Dallas anymore. But by being a little bit creative and by finding unique properties like some with a unit in the back, you can find that. So if you can find a deal that's 1% of the rent is the value of the home, that's a great deal. So we could sell that to an investor all day long. I'm pretty confident about that. If we're confident about our numbers, I could easily say this house is worth $280,000. And that's why it's important that we did this income approach versus the ARV approach, because Gary ran the numbers and he said, ARV is worth about 180,000. But now that we got that unit in the back and you're looking at this from a buy and hold, we can now say that the property's worth 280,000, 100,000 more than Gary calculated. Crazy. Just by calculating it a different way and approaching this to a new investor. We're not going to sell this to a, oh shoot, I spelled that wrong. What am I doing? What am I doing? No. Scratch it out. We're not going to sell this to a fix and flipper. God, I really wish I had my pen. I'm writing so slow. We're going to sell this to a fix and hold. Someone who wants to fix up this property and hold it as a long-term rental. So let's say that we can justify a $280,000 purchase price. Is that what we're gonna? Is that what we're gonna buy it at? Hell no. Hell no. So, we have, how much is repairs? Repairs are going to be brutal. What are we thinking repairs are on this property? Because we have 2 units now to talk about. Does anyone have any guesses? I'll show you the pictures again. And Kylie, if you have any ideas on this one, jump in. Or you, Chris. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot because Skylar's not here. I need an assistant. I need someone to help me out. What do we think repairs are on this?
What's the footage?
1,500 square feet, and then we probably have a few hundred square foot back unit that needs a separate bathroom, a separate
Probably like
kitchen.
30, 35 if you do the HGTV reno.
In the front unit? Or both, you're saying? Oh.
Probably both.
I want your contractor.
Well,
I
then you
would
got
love to
also
do it for 35. I don't know.
removal.
What'd you say?
Oh, then all that garbage removal, that just because there's so much there.
I mean, I think this probably is going to be a fortune. So let's try to find okay, these bathrooms are awful. There's probably huge foundation issues. Now, luckily for you guys, this is a raised foundation. So it's not just on the ground. These are much cheaper to fix because there's a crawl space underneath and you can just go in and fix those. So it's probably going to be an effed foundation, but you can fix that. The siding's all effed up. Probably going to need new plumbing. This whole it's going to be old, new electrical, need a new roof. These bathrooms just need to be complete. I haven't even seen a kitchen. Oh, there's your kitchen. New kitchen. I mean, I'm thinking, and you guys, have you guys put bids in there yet? 40K for both units. I'm still a lot higher than you guys. So, if we use my cheat sheet that I put in the comp channel, it says for a full rehab, we're looking at $30 to $40 a square foot. I think this is easily a full rehab, and I'm saying $40 a square foot. So 40, I was saying 60 grand. Probably, if you're going to do both units, maybe 60. It could even be a little bit more. That's just my opinion. Again, this is all just a guessing game. We're not contractors and we're not there. You're saying 80K, 70K, 65K. Kyle's at 65K. Yeah, I was thinking 60 to 70 was in my heart. So that's where I'm at. So let's just say, hey, it's 70. Right? I don't think it's going to be that bad. You know what? Let's just go with 60. Well, I mean, so here's the thing, guys. Building the most expensive things to build is not just the square footage. It's how many bathrooms do I have to do and how many kitchens do I have to do. That's where you're going to spend 80% of your money. Well as like capital expenditures, like the roof, like the foundation, like the HVAC, like the electrical, like the plumbing. That stuff's expensive. And also your bathrooms and your kitchens. And we need to do an extra bathroom and we have to do an extra kitchen. That's where the money is really going to be put in. That's why this number is a lot higher than the other deals we've looked at, because we're doing 2 kitchens and then we have to do another little bathroom. So we'll run with 70. But we'll just see. So now, Kylie, remind me, how are you running the numbers for the duplex? So, or for 1% rule, you have a $280,000 property that we can sell it for. We have $70,000 in repairs, and quote me if I'm wrong. That would give us $210,000, and then we're like, hey, we need a little bit of an assignment fee. So we're gonna say, hey, let's try to lock this up for highest 200,000, right? Is that how we do our numbers? We just put this would be our assignment fee right here. Did I put Kylie on the spot? Kylie?
Sorry, I walked away, so I have
No.
no idea what
No,
you
you're
said.
good. So let's say we're running numbers at the income approach. So guys, this is different. We're running numbers using the income approach, and we're not going off of the ARV 70% rule. So usually we do the ARV and we'd offer right 70%, so on and so forth. This time we're doing something different, doing the income approach. And we know that income approach, we could sell this for 280, and we have $70,000 in repairs. So we're at 210,000. And then now do we just subtract our assignment fees, say we want $10,000, and then that's what we try to get it at, Kylie?
Sorry, 280.
That's usually how I run numbers for duplexes. And this is sort of like a duplex like I talked about. So, I would try to bake in a higher assignment fee if I was personally doing this deal, or I would double dip and say, hey, give me $200,000 and a 3% agent's commission. So that's $6,000. And then I'm making a $16,000 assignment fee.
Yeah, that's how I've been running my numbers for duplexes.
Yep, there
And
you
I
go.
definitely go down like a little bit more. I'd probably come in at like 180.
Yeah, no, then that's
kind
just
of work up a little bit.
You're 100% right. That would be bare minimum. And then I would probably subtract a lot more just to be conservative. But really interesting. This property's at, what's it listed at? I mean, I'm already listed at 145.
Oh, goodness.
I'm interested, right? Because I don't think anybody's looking at this from an income approach. Everybody's looking at this from a pure ARV approach. And if you're like Gary, and I'm not putting you out there, Gary, because this is, that's what I was going to do until I figured out the back unit. I was going to do the same thing as you. And if you're like Gary and you're looking at these numbers, which I'm looking at the same numbers as Gary, then you're saying, hey, this property is worth $180,000 fixed up. I think it's probably more than that, Gary. We can look at what the ARV is actually. Let's see if we can find ARV. Let's see if we find a house fixed up that's sold. Maybe you're right. Oh well, ours is 1,500 square feet. Now I wonder. Another thing you have to ask is, and I'm gonna get on a call with that realtor. I'll call him back. Hey, that 1,500 square feet, does that include the back unit or not? Because sometimes they do that. So you want to make sure it doesn't, right? Because the front unit could be 1,100 square feet, the back one could be 400, and he's saying 15. You got to get clarification there. But let's just say it's 15 in the front, because I think it is. It looks like a big house. There is okay, let's look at this property. This property was built in 1928, literally the same year as ours. Ours is 1927. It's a 3-2. Ours is a 4-2, but bedrooms don't matter. Bathrooms are what matters. And it's similar square footage, actually 100 square feet bigger. This is a pretty damn perfect comp. I love this comp. All right, perfect comp. And this one sold for 220. So maybe ours is worth 215. That was listed. Oh fuck. Shit, I shouldn't be cursing on this live stream, but fuck it. This was listed at 248,000. They brought it down to two. What did we say it sold for? 219. Ooh, tough sell. So it didn't fire sell. So I would look at more comps, but just off of this one, I'm saying ARV is closer to 220. What do you think, Gary? Gary's doing his best. He doesn't have numbers. He doesn't have closed sale numbers. So literally the fact that he's getting within 10 or 20% is super impressive. He's just going off of, active data. Will we have to know if that was a permitted part of the property? Yeah, I would like to know if that's permitted. Now, some of your buyers aren't going to care. I like to know if it is, but some of your end buyers aren't going to care. But it's a good question to ask. And what I like to do is, it's not permitted. You did a garage conversion. I wasn't permitted. I don't know if I'm interested in this house anymore. And the guy's like, oh, you don't want to submit an offer? Yeah, you know what? I'll submit an offer, but I don't know how favorable it's going to be. That's fine to submit an offer, right? That's a little bit of a negotiation thing, because some of these agents don't know that the fact that it's not permitted is not that big of a deal. So you can, use that as a negotiation tactic. So a lot of properties in Garland, I'll show you guys this. This is a good little tidbit for you guys. We go over to Garland. A lot of properties in this area, and this is a hot market, friggin' all the garages have been converted to bedrooms and bathrooms, or like little family suites. It's mostly a Hispanic area, and they have large families, so that's it's very common in that area to do that, and then certain other neighborhoods in Dallas. But you go by these properties and you're buying them, and most of these things aren't permitted. So you could be on the phone and you could be like, Oh, it's not permitted. It just doesn't work for my fund. I'm sorry. It doesn't work for my buy box. It has to be permitted. And if it's a knowledgeable guy, I'd be like, it's not that big of a deal. But if it, a lot of realtors don't know, you're like, then you have a card against them. You can use that for advantage in negotiation. You're like, hey, I'm sorry. I got to bring that down $5,000. I got to go pull permits. I got to do all this work. It's going to be a headache. Okay. So that's a little tip for you guys. Simon's typing a message. But anyways, back to our numbers. We're at closer to 220 ARV, right? So if the probability is 220, and now we said that. Now I won't say 70 grand in repairs. Let's just say 50 because we're only focusing on the front unit. So we'll just say 50 grand in repairs. And then we're going to say 70%. So 70% of 220. Hold on, let me whip out my calculator real quick. 220 times 0.7 is 154 minus 50. Usually our offer is around 105. That's usually what we would offer if we were going off of the ARV rule. He said he got an offer for 125. I don't know how much I believe that. Like, I mean, I believe it, but I don't know how much that was like a legit investor or was that more of a wholesaler, right? But this would sort of usually be around our offer. We could probably go up to 115. But because of this income approach, I'm interested in this property. So the realtor is supposed to call us back on this one. And I'm actually really interested to see if we can lock this one up. Let's see what we can do. Who sent me this one?
Yeah, well,
Who sent me this one?
me.
Who?
Me.
It was you, Gary? All right.
Gary.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. Gary sent it to me.
Yeah, no. What I normally do with my ARVs is when I submit them to you guys, I actually go in a bit more conservative because I know some of the times my ARVs have been a bit high, so I normally go in a little bit conservative. So that's why it comes out like it does.
Okay, sounds good. And I think you're always better to be more conservative than not. But again, don't feel bad when you submit us numbers and it's off a little bit. I don't expect you guys to be armed with your numbers because you guys don't have MLS. Or even if you have MLS, this game's subjective, right? Some people think repairs are 35, some people think they're 100. It's like, it's subjective. Hey, yo, it's Cody. Cody, what's up, man? Cody does a lot of repairs on deals. He's probably fixing up a house right now. Cody, you there, buddy? I put him on the spot. He may have put his phone down, but dude, Cody is always fixing up a house. So I would love to get his opinion on what repairs are. But anyways, guys, you got to learn income approach. So Samuel, cut the video right here. Sick. Okay, nice. We'll call some more properties in the meantime. And we'll see if we can get another deal on the line. But that realtor was super cool too. He understood sub 2. He understood investing. I love that guy. What a dope realtor. I have a property almost the same kind, but not as bad condition in Fort Worth. All right, dude, send it to me. Let's lock it up. What are we doing? Let's go, Simon. Hell yeah. Love to see it.
I sent it on your cash deal. I don't know if you got it up there as a ticket.
You sent me a cash deal?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still getting learning as I go.
Okay. What's up, Cody? I'll have Tony. If Tony didn't do it today, we'll look at your deal tomorrow. I don't want to do it here in public, so I don't want other people getting your address. We'll check it out tomorrow in private. What's up, Cody?
What's up, dude?
All right, man. Hey, are you looking at the screen right now?
Yeah.
Tell me what repairs are on this beautiful property here. I want your eyes. So we got a 1,550 square foot front house. Probably needs everything. Probably looks like huge foundation issues because of the cracks. Siding is effed. 4 bedrooms. It has 2 full baths. It just needs full baths. The kitchen's just a friggin' tear down. Need to go to IKEA and buy a new kitchen. The ceilings looks to having water coming through. Probably need a new roof. It's beautiful. And then in the back you have a little guest house. I can't tell you how big it is. We need to get rid of all this junk. New electrical.
Oh, junking's easy.
Oh yeah,
junking's really easy.
Junking's fun. So, anyways, and it looks like in the back.
Oh,
I think this is the back unit. The back unit actually looks pretty big. Maybe a 500 square foot back unit. I'm not sure exactly. Anyways, just a ballpark. We're shooting from the hips. Where do you think repairs are?
what city?
Fort Worth.
Okay, so they want 145. That's too much. Repairs you're looking at like 2,000 square foot total. If you're not making that second one an ADU, you're probably in the 100 to 120 range.
You think that much for repairs?
Well, it's a slab foundation. You said it's jacked up too, right?
Is it slab? I thought it was raised. I think there's a crawl space. Yeah, no.
Okay, you're probably in the 85 to 90 range.
See, that's the huge difference with the slab versus the raised foundation. It literally like a 30 grand difference overnight. 28 years ago, I had a slab foundation on one of my properties, minor foundation repairs, 20 grand. That was 8 years ago. It's like, what the? I hate Texas. So it's like, it was a big house though, and it was pretty. Actually, it was pretty bad. But anyways, okay. So it could be higher. It could be 80, 90. Cody probably has a better guess than me. He does a lot of these deals. Okay, cool. That's why that's why when we're offering about 100, 105, that would be the right price. But if we're looking at it from an income approach and we had the right buyers lined up, we could offer more. So I'd be interested in potentially putting an offer in around maybe like 130, 135, and then seeing if we can lock it up and sell it to one of our income approach buyers. So we'll see. We'll see. I think there still need to get it down. So maybe about maybe 125. I don't know. I have to see how realistic his other 125 offer was. But that's one I would be happy to take a risk on. Anyways, let's call some more properties. And Cody, if you ever want to drop some knowledge bombs, feel free to drop some knowledge bombs. We're just calling properties, having a good time. I'm going to call properties now for like 45 minutes.
Oh, heck, man, you know more than me.
Oh, no, I don't. Don't say that. I'm just good on camera. I just wing it. I just wing
It's because
it.
you got the beard.
Yeah,
It's because you got
exactly.
the full facial hair.
Exactly. Both got facial hair now. Guys, I'll drop you this list, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys. All of you guys, oh, shoot. So if you were here early and you left, sucks to be you. If you are here right now, put a fire emoji on this comment that says, Cody is a beast. Put a fire emoji on this comment right here. And you are going to be sent this list. Now, give me a few days because I am just terribly slow at doing things. And this list is a ton of on-market properties that have already been sorted, and they should be good properties to call and get connections with the realtors on. So this is a dope list. And yeah, if you guys like this data, let me know, and I'll get a lot more of it for you guys. So I want you guys to go through it. And bye, Kylie. Go through it and let me know if you guys like the data. See ya. And I'll pull more lists like this, guys, for you guys. It's actually a super sick list. So this was the coolest thing I've seen. So it's all good on market deals that have already, for the most part. I mean, you're gonna get some that are like new construction. Just don't call those. Like this one, new construction. Okay.
Yeah, just don't even try.
Don't even try. Don't even try for sub 2. Don't try for anything. It's just not worth it. I mean, I guess it's worth it if you want to try sub 2. Depends. If it's like, well, new construction, no. But like 2020, 2021, 2022, yeah. 2022, no. But 2019 to 2021, sub 2 all day long. Anyways, I'll stop talking. Let's call some realtors. Scroll down here to the bottom, guys. All the way to the bottom somewhere. Should have the listing agent somewhere. God, I hate how many ads and stuff are in here. Where's the agent's phone number? Or the agent? Am I blind? Did I mess this up again? I'm always messing this up. It's here somewhere for you guys. You guys don't click this stuff. Those are Redfin recommended agents. It's a whole nightmare. Then agents are going to start calling you nonstop. Oh my God, don't make that mistake. My friend actually worked for Realtor.com, and he was one of those people that would call you nonstop. I clicked it once. I just got calls for weeks. Anyways, I don't know where the heck the number is, so I'm just gonna put this into my MLS. You guys have properties you want me to call? Drop it in there. Quick. So as you guys know, I put zero thought into my calls, but maybe you should put a little bit more thought into yours. So here's the property. I like to just sort of learn where they are. So just so you guys know, so there we were calling in Fort Worth. Now we're calling in Arlington. Arlington's
That's a good spot there.
Sick spot. All the spots that I used to not go in 8 years ago because I didn't want to get shot are the best spots to be wholesaling now. Perfect. Love this. So it's been on the market. So what do I usually like to know going into a call? Days on market. 175 is brutal. Something's wrong with either the realtor or the seller. Probably the seller. And then I just honestly, I sort of like to get I just do this. And I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty nice. And then I just call. That's the amount of effort I put into my research. And I just whip that out. when I first started, had analysis paralysis all the time, and the way I learned to beat it was to just jump in the calls. It's still listed at the same original listing price. Wow, they have not dropped the price in that long. The realtor, I'll tell you guys a trick after this. This is going to be a good hot take. Okay, they're not going to answer. All right, Samuel, we're going to clip this right here. Guys. This property, you would think, hey, we should call this property. It's been on the market for 175 days. That means that they're super motivated to sell, right? Isn't that what y'all would think? No, you would actually be so surprised. Kylie and her husband, they have, I think, 4 deals now in 3 weeks. And they are all on market deals, and they are all deals with days on market, I believe, under like 30 days. So, and I was in the wrong. I used to only call properties with the most days on market. I would pull a list and be like, it has 458 days on market. I'm going to get a sick deal. No, there's a point of no return. At some point, something's wrong. The seller is not even motivated. As you can see with that deal, they haven't even dropped the price in 6 months. Or the realtor is just a terrible realtor and they'll never pick up their phone and they're not even interested in taking offers, or they're just a pain in the ass to work with. So I realized that really like the teetering point is like that 120 day mark. 90 to 120 days, you can still find some good motivated leads. But after some point, just don't even call those properties. It's just not worth it. And you would be surprised calling properties with that just hit the market. You'd think way too much competition. No, just call those. Sometimes calling the early properties is awesome. So that's a hot take, and I think it's worked so great for some people in this community, and that's what I actually recommend to you guys. So, anyways, there you go. Clip that, Sam. I'm seeing 41K on only left on the mortgage for that property. Which one? The one I just called? Okay. Yeah, the one I just called. Okay, so let's say we got a property here, and there's 41K left on the mortgage, and they have about $200,000 in quote unquote equity. Do we sub to this? What if that interest rate's 2%? Are you thinking sub 2? Because if you are, that's okay, but you should be thinking hybrid. You should be thinking, how can I let me whip this out. How can I do a sub 2 for the $40,000 and then somehow seller finance the other 200,000? Now, is it actually $200,000 in equity? Probably not, because I think they want way too much for their property. They probably want 50 grand too much at least. But then you would say, okay, how can I seller finance the equity, the other 200,000? And that is what Pace Marbury coined a hybrid deal. So just you're not going to go in there and be like, hey, I'll take over your $40,000 payments. They're going to be like, well, what about my equity? Yeah, you got to give them some equity. But yeah, you potentially could do a hybrid deal. I mean, it's really more of a seller finance deal at that point with just a little bit of a mortgage. Those types of deals are hybrid deals. I've realized are probably the hardest deals to structure, because not only do you have to convince the seller to do sub 2, you also have to convince them to do seller finance. And I pretty much have never successfully convinced the seller to do both. I've been so close, but it's so tough.
I think
have you, Cody?
I'm working on a hybrid right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple. There's a really creative one that we're trying to ink up right now.
Yeah.
It's in Krugerville. Balance is 358.
Mm-hmm.
Seller wants 90 to 100K in equity, and wants to sub through the mortgage with an 8-year balloon. So we're working it out as like a hybrid novation. So we're going to take over the mortgage, give them the equity as a second position. We're going to turn around and wrap it. And in the wrap, we're going to get her 15K down that she wants. And then we're going to split the monthly cash flow, 30% her, 70% me. And we're not closing until I get a wrap buyer.
And then is she along for the ride in perpetuity, or is she going to be fully paid off? Okay, so she wants to be an investor with you.
Yep, in her own house.
Wow, guys, I am sure most of you did not understand a word that came out of Cody's mouth, and I probably understood most of it, but not all of it. So don't worry. But wow, I mean that's creative on another level. Cody, you got to run. We got to do a live stream with you next week. I think you're going to run Tuesday's live stream. All right, see you, Gary. Love you, man. You just got to do a whole live stream on just wraps, guys. If you want to learn about wraps, I thought I knew wraps until I met Cody, and I realized I don't know anything about wraps. I mean, it can get so creative. Wow. So you're buying a property, you're doing a hybrid on it, you're doing subject to and seller finance,
Yep.
and then you are fixing up the property with your own money. But you're
No,
actually
it's
okay.
move-in ready and
Okay.
no money out of my pocket.
Okay. So no money out of your pocket. And then you're
Yeah.
actually buying the property, or you're just partnering with the seller in the form of a JV and then reselling the property.
I'm technically buying it,
Okay.
but the way we're doing it, I will never be on the chain of title, but I'll get all the profit.
Okay. And then you're reselling it in a novation, but it's a novation more like a wholesale novation, right? Where you're not having
Yeah.
okay. And then when you sell the novation, you guys are going to be splitting. All right, see you, Cody. Love you, bro. You guys are going to be splitting the profit in because you're wrapping the deal. So you're going to resell it at what interest rate are you reselling it at? Like 9 or 10%? I think Cody dipped. Oh no, Cody, you're there. What, like
Well,
9 or
it'll be close
10%?
to $500,000, so I'll probably give them like a 7.5.
Okay. And then what's the underlying rate that you have it at?
She's at a 5.25.
Okay, so it's not a huge spread.
No, but like she's hell bent on getting that 90 to 100K in equity out of the deal. So I'm telling her like we're not coming to the table with anything. Then we'll close once we find our buyer. Use their down payment to fund, and then I'll make the monthly cash flow profit, and then any amount of equity above her second position I get to keep.
Damn, that's a lot of moving parts. Wow. So, guys, you can make a creative deal work. You can make any real estate deal work. It's just having more tools in your tool belt. And even when sometimes I think you can't make a deal work, Cody will come in there and be like, "Nah, man, you just do this and this and this and this and this. It's super easy." I'm just like, "Oh, I didn't really think of that." I guess that makes sense. So yeah,
I mean, the stars have to align on these situations, but yeah, you can make it work if everybody agrees.
yeah. And what's her motivation? Like, why did it work in this situation? Like, what was the thing that she needed the most or wanted the most?
She's a real estate agent in Arizona. For some reason, owns this house in North Dallas or north of DFW, and is tired of making the payments because she can't get a tenant in there.
Okay. And then why did she go with this structure? Is my point. Why not just be like, I'm done? Or she wanted a certain dollar amount and then also wanted passive income.
Yeah, she tried listing it for 510, 500 range for a while, couldn't get it to sell, and so that's why we're doing this. Like, hey, I'll help you out, but these are my requirements. So she couldn't get what she wanted, and she's tired of waiting. So she wants somebody to try to figure it out for her.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Keep me update on that one. That one's fascinating. Huh. Okay. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see it. Perfect. Did we call on this property? I already forget. No, I was looking for the address.
Yeah, they didn't answer.
Oh, I didn't answer. Oh yeah, because it's been on market once. I made a huge rant about that. How do I not remember? I made like a friggin' 5 minute rant. This one's been fixed up. Has it? Wow, that's awful. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Is it what? What the is that? Dude. Dude. Is that fixed up? What is this? It's a shipping container home? Like, what the hell is this thing? That's not fixed up. What is this house? That's not even a house. I don't know what that thing. That's awful. I'm gonna have nightmares. The top of the lift is better in my opinion. It starts to get a little whack near the bottom, guys. Like yeah, exactly my point. So I would stick with the numbers near the top. Yeah, these are all fixed up here. So I would stick with the numbers up here a little bit more. I think Let's drop a few. Which ones have we not called? That one looks fixed up. This one I can't tell if it's fixed up or not. If you guys have a property you want me to call, let me know. If not, I'll show you a different way we can do this. Okay, so here's another way we can do this. We just whip out Realtor.com. Oh, that's Redfin. I don't like Redfin. You guys will all have your preference. Let's call a few more before we wrap up this live stream. Dude, saw that property? That thing was awful. The fuck was that? I need to stop cussing, but that thing was nightmarish. Okay, so we're going to put Dallas, Texas in here. So if we go to keywords, okay, let's see if this actually works. I've never tried this on Realtor.com. Let's take our keywords, guys, from our buy box channel and see if we can put a ton of keywords in at once. See if it'll take. Oh no, this is making you do it individually. Yeah, it's gonna make you do it individually. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. It works for MLS. So some good keywords is as is. Oh no, you don't want the comma. My bad. So as is a great keyword. Keywords like investor. I like the word motivated is a good one. Motivated. What other ones do we have in here? Fixer upper, obvious. And let's do one more. One more keyword. Let's do probate. That's a good one. Probate's a good one. Okay, so now we got our keywords. Now it's gonna. Oh, is that taking? Bro, I don't need every. I think it's trying to match all of them. That sucks. Realtor.com. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Damn, this is really different than MLS. Anyways, all right. I don't know. We'll have to play with it to figure out how to do it correctly. I'll do it off stream and figure it out for you guys. But those are the good keywords. This thing's a cute little button. If your button was falling apart and stabbed you, what a weird property. 2 new sheds in the back. I mean, I don't think it's almost too small and weird to call. I don't think. I mean, do we look at this for a land play probably? And I don't know where is it located. It's a little bit. I don't know. It could be a land play, I guess. Not too interesting. Do you guys have a property for me? You guys are making me suffer, aren't you? Got a dip. All right. See you, Cody. Well, we're gonna wrap this up pretty quick. We'll try to get a couple more good dials in. All right, guys. Any good properties in here? We've already called this one. I called that one earlier today. Grafton. This one's pending, so that one's too late. This one's rough. Okay, cool. The 1924, 58 days on Realtor.com. Not too bad. Let's call it. Let's rip it. Let's go. Let's absolutely do it. See if I can find. There we go. This is how you find the phone number. Click this. This is our mobile phone number. Done. All right, Gabrielle. That does not look like a real person. That looks like she. All right, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. I need to be PC. Hopefully that's a real picture. Some of these pictures are AI, I swear.
This is Gabrielle. Can I help you?
Hi, Gabrielle. My name is Max. I'm a realtor, and I was calling about your property you had listed on 3942 Roberts.
Okay.
Well, nice. I'm a realtor. I'm also an investor. We're looking at deals out there for our fund, and just want to get a little bit more insight on it. There's no pictures of the interior, at least where I'm looking. Are those available?
It is available. I don't have pictures of it, no. You can schedule a showing.
Okay.
It's a 24-hour notice, and it's got to be afternoon. I think it's through Broker Bay.
Okay, that's fine. It's not occupied, I assume then, right?
It does have a tenant.
Oh, it
That's the
does.
reason for the 24-hour notice and after 12 showing. But
Okay.
they should approve the showing.
Okay.
They'd be the ones to let you in.
Gotcha. So it's been on the market for a little while, but it looks like it's priced pretty well, and then it's in a good area for investments. I guess what's been the difficulty with this property?
I'm not sure. I get a lot of unrepresented investors that call
Yeah.
me, and I'm only representing the seller, and I let them know that. So I don't know if I irritate some people when I tell them that, but my seller only wants me to represent him.
Yeah.
And I can't stand when investors try to go behind the agent that they use anyway. So, I mean, it's my client's not super motivated, so there's not a lot of room off of
Okay.
wiggle price. None of the people that have called have actually scheduled a showing, so it lets you know how serious the people are that are blowing me up.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Okay, yeah, I mean
I
we've done a lot of deals out in South Dallas in that area. So I can have my analyst run some numbers and see. I mean, if we're close on the numbers, I'm happy to go out there and walk it. I just want to make sure we're within range for me to go out there and walk the property.
Yeah, because it's tenant occupied, he's not like super, like there's a little wiggle room, but not very much, right? So
Hmm.
he doesn't care about whole cash and he won't do any creative finance.
Yeah.
I think, I'm trying to remember, I have Roberts and I have one on, I think it's maybe Frank Street. I don't know. Um, I'm trying to remember which one that was specifically, but I think there's a chance that it might have some unpermitted additions, as many of them do in South Dallas, so it may be bigger square footage than what shows, but he hasn't had time to measure, and as an agent, I can't measure, and have that, so I'm not an appraiser, but there might be more square footage, so you may want to measure when you're there just to confirm. That might help with the ARV, but I can't guarantee the square footage.
Okay, those are great notes. Okay, that I like to know that. Now, seller is obviously he's a landlord. Do you know roughly what they're getting for rent in the property right now?
Oof, I don't
Okay.
know. I think we would deliver it vacant.
Yeah.
I know that he doesn't do any credit or background checks, so his tenants are notoriously difficult. You may not want to inherit them, even if it was great. Um, so, I could see if you wanted to keep them there, if that was great. I mean, they're living with it in that condition. It's in pretty rough
Yeah, I
condition.
was about to ask. That's surprising. Okay. Gotcha. So, yeah. I mean, we would go in and fix up the house entirely, anyways. I was just wondering, and I assume so. If we're getting it delivered vacant, then I'm indifferent. Then, okay. Well, then that's probably the most I need to know about it. It's just coming. I know you said he doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, so I'll come in and run some numbers with my analyst tomorrow. Then see and call you if you're free tomorrow, and just sort of give you a verbal where we're at with the offer. And if we're close, then I'd love to go see the property.
Yeah, that's good. You could text me also, and I can let you know that way.
Sure.
That works too. This is my cell phone, so.
Nice. And then you said you had some other properties as well.
Yeah, I got 5 of them in South Dallas right now, all from the same owner, all the same situation. 3 are duplexes. You can't view those without an executed contract because of the difficulty of the tenants and coordinating and lots of tire kickers. But the other one, I want to say it's on Frank Street. Roberts, is that one for 129 or 139? Hello?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was saying, is Robert?
I thought you were talking to someone named Robert. I'm so sorry.
No, no,
I
no, no.
was waiting. I thought someone in your office was named Robert. No, Roberts is at 129. I apologize.
Okay, so then it's the other one, which I'm pretty sure is Frank Street. That's 139.
Okay, and then that's not the. And then you also have outside of that, you have 3 duplexes for sale, right?
Yes, those duplexes are all 250. Pretty rough shape. One of them is an unpermitted duplex, I think.
That's
That's
fine.
the one. Actually, I think we've only got 2 of the 3 duplexes listed right now. He's got a bunch of properties, and he puts
Sure.
them up, and if he gets what he wants, great. If not, also great for him.
Okay, that's difficult for you, but I understand. Okay.
It
Uh,
is difficult, but, he's my exclusive investor. He doesn't use other agents, so it is what it is.
it is what it is. Okay. Is it possible that if you could text me over the other addresses as well? Is he open to like a portfolio offer? Or does he like to do deals individually?
He doesn't care if he gets the number. I know a lot of people, when they want to do a portfolio, they're like, "Oh, since we're buying two, will you sell it at a discount?" And his answer is no. So
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if I can at least make one of the properties that you have work. We're fine with duplexes. And they're full duplexes, right? Not half duplexes.
correct.
Okay, good. Yeah. Then I think we're actually in contract right now on like 2 or 3 duplexes, so it'd be fine to buy some more. So yeah, then
Okay.
I'll text you my information and then also the number on this one, and then if you can text me over those other deals you have, that'd be great.
All right. Sounds good.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night.
You too. Bye bye.
All right, bye. All right. How did that go? I think it went well. So he's got to run the numbers on that one. Got to run the numbers on that one. The seller doesn't seem very motivated. The realtor's super nice. What a nice lady. She's in a tough position where, yeah, where she gets really good listings from the seller, but then the seller is not very motivated. So she has a lot of them that just don't sell. That's a tough position to be in as a realtor, but super nice lady. So that's cool. Her picture's not AI. So, anyways, guys, that was not an AI picture. That was on me. All right. I guess that one absolutely wrong. You're gonna start seeing it when you're calling realtors on Realtor.com. I swear, a ton of people, and I see guys too. They just have AI pictures. It's not even them. It's crazy. It's weird. It's a weird world we live in. All right. So you guys want to run some numbers on this one? Then call it a day. See what this property's worth. 3942. We're actually in contract on a property on Frank Street, and I'm wondering if it's the same one. I'm curious. The funny thing is when you start buying a ton of deals, like we're moving like a deal every 48 hours now in DFW, and it's like I swear I'll call properties and the realtor's like, "Oh yeah, this one." I'm like, "Oh wait, we're buying that one." He's like, "Oh, that's you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." When you're a big team, it's hard to keep up. All right, so let's search this property. I think we got like 22 wholesale deals last month, and we bought 2 properties for our fund. We had a freaking killer month. Awesome. And then, dude, like 3 of them came from this community. So I love to see it, guys. So, anyways, let's see what this property is worth. So we know I'm losing track of the tabs. We know this property is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and 624 square feet. That seems too small. I was on a call with her, and she said it's probably bigger, and it probably is because this looks really small. Is there a street view? Let's see. Well, maybe it is 620 something square feet. Wait, which house is it? Wasn't that house yellow? Is it one of these houses? Anyways, all these houses none of them look fixed up. There's this one. This one's newer, brick. This one's fixed up. So people are fixing up here. Not perfectly brand new fixed up, but people are fixing up. Okay. I like to understand what the neighborhood looks like personally. Let's go over to Matrix and quickly see what this butte is worth. So is there any properties you probably want to get properties nearby? This one's trying to sell. That's our property. And this one sold for 250. It backs up to a park though, so that may be a benefit. We'll have to see. It's way bigger, 1,200 square feet, so not a good comp. And it's new construction, and it's new construction. This is possibly the worst comp you could have ever imagined polling. So we can't even use those numbers. New construction we can't fight with. Something that's like twice as big, not even a good comp. So we need to find something that's a small little dude. Small little dude. Where's a small little dude house? If you guys have something in the chat, you let me know. All right, we're gonna try to find a comp here. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no properties over here that this one's trying to sell. But that one's bigger, 1,700 square feet. Huh? Tough to find a comp sometimes, guys. Sometimes it's tough to find a comp. We don't have anything that's like. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Hell yeah, that's what we're looking for. Hell yeah. I love finding a good comp. Makes you so happy. This property is 792 square feet. It's bigger than ours, sure, but maybe our property is actually bigger if we measure it. It was on the market for 10 days, and that sold for $171,000. So I think this is a good ass comp. Where's our property? I already lost our property. Our property's here. I think it's a good comp. All right, we'll say 165 is our ARV. Okay, so if 165 is our ARV, guys, this to me is an absolute 70% rural neighborhood. This neighborhood looks ghetto as hell. I would offer 70%. So let's go to a calculator. 165,000 times points. God, what did I do? Times 0.7. 115,000. Oh my God. If we are so far off on a number, this deal is just not going to work. So, we're at 115,000. You're like, oh, that's not too far off, Max. They wanted 125. Yeah, guys, we got to subtract the repairs. This property probably needs, I don't know, 30 grand of repairs, I would imagine. So, my offer is more at 85,000. Yeah, we're not. That's one I'm not even going to try submitting. That's where I came on those. Yeah. Rough. Sometimes it doesn't work. So, this property that they want 130 for, I'm at 85. I mean, I could tell her, and, it's probably worth telling her, but she said the seller's not motivated and he won't take it. So that's probably where I would have to be at with the offer. Another cool rule of thumb for all of you that stayed here late, and I thank you for staying this long. And if you are watching this YouTube video, you're about to get a gem. Are you ready? Look for about $100,000 spread. So the ARV is about what? What did we say? 190? I already forget. Oh wait, what did we say ARV was? Let me go back to my notes. We said ARV was 165. Okay, and then 85,000. So sometimes you can just be like, oh, we need about $100,000 spread, and that's how you can just run your numbers. So it doesn't work for. It usually works on a cheaper end of properties. So just real quick, if you're like on a call with a realtor and you know that ARV for a home is about 165, you can be like, hey, I'm about 65 grand on my offer. Like, oh, I can't do 65. What about 70? What about 75? What about 80? So you can just usually about that 100 grand difference helps. So anyways, guys, I think that's it for this live stream. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. You guys are the best. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.